Most companies try to sell products to as many people as possible. They lower prices, increase production, and flood the market hoping millions of customers will buy from them. But Ferrari built its empire using the exact opposite strategy. Ferrari does not want everyone to own a Ferrari. In fact, the company became powerful by making sure most people never could. That single idea transformed Ferrari from a small Italian racing brand into one of the most profitable luxury companies in the world. Ferrari doesn't just sell cars, it sells status, exclusivity, emotion, and the feeling of belonging to a world that very few people can enter, more than business. Before Ferrari became a luxury icon, it was deeply connected to motorsports. Enzo believed racing was the heart of the company. The cars sold to wealthy customers existed mainly to fund Ferrari's racing ambitions. But over time, something unexpected happened. Rich people around the world became fascinated by the Ferrari name itself. The company's victories in motorsport created an aura of power, speed, and prestige. Ferrari was no longer just building vehicles, it was building mythology. Most luxury brands grow by increasing supply when demand rises. Ferrari does the opposite. Even though there are thousands of millionaires capable of buying a Ferrari every year, the company intentionally limits production. This creates artificial scarcity, one of the most powerful psychological strategies in luxury business. Human beings naturally desire things that are difficult to obtain. If everyone could buy a Ferrari easily, the brand would lose its mystique. Ferrari understands that exclusivity increases desire far more than availability ever could. That is why some Ferrari models are almost impossible to purchase, even if someone has enough money. Wealth alone is not always enough. Ferrari carefully controls who gets access to certain limited edition vehicles. Long-term loyal customers are prioritized. Celebrities, collectors, and high-profile individuals often receive special treatment. In some cases, customers must already own multiple Ferraris before being allowed to purchase rare models. This transforms Ferrari ownership into something that feels more like membership in an elite society rather than a normal purchase. This strategy creates something incredibly valuable: obsession. Wealthy buyers begin competing for Ferrari's attention. Instead of Ferrari chasing customers, customers chase Ferrari. That completely reverses the normal relationship between company and consumer. The harder Ferrari makes ownership, the more people desire the cars. Scarcity creates emotional value, and emotional value allows Ferrari to charge extraordinary prices. But Ferrari's success is not based only on limited production. The company mastered emotional storytelling better than almost any automotive brand in history. Every Ferrari feels connected to racing heritage, Italian craftsmanship, and decades of legendary history. The roaring engines, aggressive designs, and dramatic styling are not accidental. Ferrari wants every car to feel alive, emotional, and unforgettable. Buying a Ferrari is designed to feel like purchasing a piece of history and passion rather than transportation. This emotional connection becomes even stronger because Ferrari understands luxury psychology. Rich people often do not buy products only for practical reasons. They buy symbols of achievement. A Ferrari communicates success instantly. It represents wealth, power, ambition, and exclusivity without needing words. When someone drives a Ferrari through a city street, attention follows automatically. Ferrari mastered the art of turning automobiles into status symbols recognized worldwide. Unlike many luxury companies, Ferrari also protects its brand image aggressively. The company is extremely careful about maintaining its identity. Ferrari dislikes excessive customization that could damage its image. There have even been public disputes involving celebrities modifying Ferrari cars in ways the company disliked. This may sound controlling, but it reinforces Ferrari's message that the brand itself is sacred. Ferrari wants customers to feel they are entering Ferrari's world, not the other way around. Another reason Ferrari makes enormous profits is because the company sells dreams far beyond the actual cars. Ferrari-branded merchandise exists across the world: jackets, watches, perfumes, model cars, gaming partnerships, theme parks, and luxury experiences. Many people who will never own a Ferrari still want a small piece of the Ferrari identity. This expands the company's influence globally while keeping the actual vehicles exclusive. Ferrari managed to create a brand powerful enough that even non-owners emotionally connect to it. The company also benefits from something extremely rare in business: timeless desirability. Technology changes constantly. Trends disappear quickly. But Ferrari has remained desirable for decades because its appeal is emotional rather than practical. A Ferrari is not purchased because it is the smartest financial decision. In fact, many Ferrari models are expensive to maintain. People buy Ferraris because they make them feel something powerful. That emotional connection protects Ferrari from becoming outdated. Ferrari's Formula One racing presence also plays a major role in its success. Even people who never watch motorsports recognize Ferrari's racing identity. Formula One strengthens the company's image as a high-performance engineering giant. Racing creates drama, competition, prestige, and global visibility. It keeps Ferrari connected to speed and excellence in the public imagination. Every victory strengthens the mythology surrounding the brand. One of Ferrari's smartest business strategies is balancing tradition with innovation. The company evolves carefully without losing its identity. Ferrari introduces new technology, hybrid systems, and advanced engineering, but it still protects the emotional experience that customers expect. The sound of the engine, the aggressive styling, and the theatrical driving experience remain central to the brand. Ferrari understands that its customers are not just buying speed, they are buying emotion. This emotional branding allows Ferrari to achieve extraordinary profit margins. While many car companies struggle with competition and pricing pressure, Ferrari can charge incredibly high prices because its products are viewed as luxury art pieces rather than normal vehicles. Some limited Ferrari models sell for millions of dollars almost instantly. Rare Ferraris often increase in value over time, turning certain cars into investment assets for collectors. This further increases demand because buyers believe ownership may become financially rewarding as well as emotionally satisfying. Ferrari's dealerships themselves are also designed differently from ordinary car dealerships. The experience is meant to feel luxurious, private, and elite. Customers are treated less like buyers and more like important guests entering a premium world. Every interaction reinforces exclusivity. Wealthy customers are not simply purchasing transportation, they are participating in a carefully designed luxury experience. Another fascinating part of Ferrari's business model is how it leverages waiting lists. In most industries, long waiting times are considered negative. Ferrari transformed waiting into a status symbol. Waiting for a Ferrari can actually increase excitement and desire. Customers feel anticipation, exclusivity, and validation, knowing demand exceeds supply. Scarcity psychologically increases perceived value. Ferrari also understands the power of visibility. Unlike ultra-private luxury brands that avoid attention, Ferrari embraces public admiration. The cars are intentionally dramatic and eye-catching. Bright red paint, sharp body lines, loud engines, and aggressive styling ensure Ferraris stand out instantly. Visibility is part of the product itself. Ferrari owners are not only buying performance, they are buying presence. Social media made Ferrari even more powerful. Platforms filled with luxury lifestyles, exotic cars, and millionaire culture constantly amplify Ferrari's image. Influencers, celebrities, athletes, and entrepreneurs regularly showcase Ferraris online, turning the brand into a symbol of modern success culture. Every viral Ferrari video becomes free marketing for the company. Ferrari's visual appeal makes it perfectly suited for the internet era. Despite all this luxury and glamour, Ferrari remains extremely disciplined as a business. The company avoids overproduction because it understands that exclusivity is fragile. If too many Ferraris existed, the brand would lose emotional power. This restraint is one of the biggest reasons Ferrari remains so profitable while many luxury companies struggle to maintain prestige. Ferrari also benefits from global aspiration. In many countries, Ferrari represents the ultimate dream car. Children grow up recognizing the Ferrari logo long before they understand engines or performance specifications. Few brands in the world achieve that level of universal recognition. Ferrari became larger than automobiles themselves. It became part of global culture. Interestingly, Ferrari's greatest strength may actually be human psychology rather than engineering. The company mastered desire. It understands that wealthy people often seek experiences and symbols that separate them from ordinary life. Ferrari delivers exactly that feeling. Every aspect of the company, from limited supply to racing heritage, is designed to increase emotional intensity. And that emotional intensity creates extraordinary pricing power. When customers emotionally connect to a brand, price becomes less important. Ferrari customers are not comparing practical features like fuel economy or affordability. They're buying identity, excitement, exclusivity, and status. Ferrari transformed emotional desire into one of the most successful luxury business models in modern history. Even during economic uncertainty, Ferrari often remains surprisingly resilient because ultra-wealthy customers continue spending on luxury experiences. The company's customer base is financially powerful enough to sustain demand even when broader markets struggle. This gives Ferrari stability that many other automotive companies lack. The brilliance of Ferrari's strategy is that it understands something most businesses never fully realize. True luxury is not about giving people everything they want. It is about making people dream. Ferrari carefully controls access, protects its identity, and creates emotional obsession stronger than logic itself. That is why the company continues making billions while remaining one of the most desired brands on earth. In the end, Ferrari is not simply selling cars to rich people. It is selling emotion, status, exclusivity, attention, legacy, and fantasy. The vehicles themselves are only part of the story. The real product is the feeling Ferrari creates inside people's minds. And as long as human beings continue chasing status, passion, and recognition, Ferrari's business model will remain almost impossible to defeat.